Regional growth provides a good transition to introduce our next speaker to the stage. He is dedicated to building smart cities and connected communities and is passionate about the fact that smart city solutions must reach beyond municipal boundaries. With that, please join me in welcoming Venture Smarter founder and chair of the IEEE Smart City Standards Committee, Zach Hune.
Thank you, Rhonda. I know we're over time, so I'm going to try to be quick. One thing that we cannot overlook is that interoperability is the largest challenge that is facing us when we work to build smart cities and connected communities. In fact, it was that realization that led me to launching Venture Smarter right here in Greater Cincinnati, as Wendy noted. I had been obsessed with automating transportation, but recognized roadblocks along the way that quite literally made me lose sleep. Working backwards from automating transportation, I saw the blaring need for standards for connecting our places, things, and data, the inevitable disruptions coming to public policy, the confusion around social adoption of new systems and technology, the headache of dynamic financial planning. You get the idea. These chaotic conversations needed to be set on a corrected course. And they were long overdue for streamlined processes and support resources to help them do so. So in an effort to compress the time to realizing these next generation solutions that will ultimately improve our collective quality of life, I found a team of dedicated and passionate experts in government and technology, and we launched Venture Smarter. Our first effort was rooted in building collaboration communities focused on smart cities and regions. Out of Venture Smarter, regional smart cities initiatives were born, and so was our mission to educate and align communities around available resources and addressable opportunity areas. I'd like to stand here and tell you about Venture Smarter's awesome team, or our discovery and collaboration platform, or how we help stakeholders in this space map and match solutions, but frankly, we just don't have time. I do want to spend my time, though, telling you about Smart Cincy and the Regional Smart Cities Initiative that is spreading throughout Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. As you heard Rhonda say, collaboration drives smart city success stories. Connectivity is the foundational layer upon which smart city solutions will scale, and community is where all of this starts. These are the 3 C's that have been guiding the Smart Cincy effort: collaboration, connectivity, and community. At the Spring Smart Cincy Summit, we came together to start a cohesive conversation about smart and connected technologies and how they might help us build a greater Cincinnati. Today, we will highlight and celebrate the rapid pace at which smart city collaborations are beginning to come to fruition in our region. We will also explore how solutions created here are being implemented as best practices solutions around the world. These efforts will be dialogued and put front and center on full display during the IoT showcase and the conference that was made possible thanks to many of the people here in this room. Greater Cincinnati's Regional Smart Cities Initiative, Smart Cincy, represents a regional working group of leaders from across 3 states dedicated to building an interoperable region of connected smart city solutions that reach beyond municipal boundaries. These solutions address our most pressing needs. They lean on the pillars of smart city planning: connectivity, mobility, and resilience. These solutions use technology and innovation to create accessible, equitable social mobility and economic development opportunities for residents regardless of socioeconomic or geographical barriers. Ultimately, we're creating a better place to live, work, and visit. The interdisciplinary working group is focused on and collaborating with each area university to research, plan, fund, and implement smart city solutions supporting shared community goals and visions. Smart Cincy has received thousands of signatures on the letter of support. We have hosted dozens of community engagement events, and we have successfully started a cohesive dialogue to help better understand our available resources and our addressable opportunity areas, looking through the lens of smart and connected technologies. Our goal in Smart Cincy's first year was to build a community of experts and stakeholders to begin building a smart and connected region. Now that the Smart Cities community is strong and growing, we have 3 immediate goals on the horizon. First, we are formalizing our organizational leadership committees throughout OKI to support existing leaders from the University of Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky University, in businesses, governments, and neighborhoods across the region. Next, we are working with institutional partners to establish a fund for project support and grant matching. These grants will be made in collaboration with our university partners, and funds will be made available to immediately support projects such as the 7X effect, which you'll hear about more later today. And then thirdly, we're working to align regional interests around what we're calling smart city development goals that put people first. And with that, we will release later today the goal to have 100% connected and 100% mobile citizens before the end of 2020 in this region. That means that everybody has access to devices, to networks, and to digital literacy, and that means everybody has equitable access to transportation and transit solutions. In fact, the Smart Mobility app that was announced by the city manager this morning is a perfect example of us taking a step in the right direction. So, by the numbers, we've been pretty successful as an organization, but we cannot ignore the fact that there's still a 16 to 22% digital divide in our region, depending on the neighborhood. We believe that smart city solutions can create 100% connected citizens before the end of 2020, and many of our partners and collaborators have a jump out of the gate. 130,000 plus users have tapped into free Wi-Fi services for more than 40 million data sessions, equating to more than 130 terabytes of data moved. This deep impact means that even our most disadvantaged residents can access a reliable network to connect to information, to education, to work, and to opportunities. It also allows our residents and visitors to tap into the vibrant downtown ecosystem with access to entertainment and other retail information to better connect with local fun and businesses. This has mostly been driven by Cincinnati Bell's Light Up Cincinnati initiative and Connect Cincy app, in addition to the neighborhood efforts from Nexigen, SmartLink, PowerNet, and Spectrum. PowerNet has been focused on free Wi-Fi in Avondale and Northside, Nexigen in Lawrenceburg, and SmartLink in Newport with CBTS. It's just a start, but we are building the foundational layer of connectivity upon which all other smart city solutions will scale. These efforts are crystallized with the City of Cincinnati's smart RFPs that call for mesh connectivity solutions in our downtown core that will help connect our people, places, things, and information. And as we look to solving the mobility challenge, we might be able to connect the 74,000 jobs in Cincinnati to people that are looking for them, although we do have jobs that are not currently available via public transportation. So at the same time, poverty and homelessness is crippling our neighborhoods. But by connecting people with equitable mobility solutions, we can connect them to jobs, education, healthcare, and opportunities. We believe that the Smart City Solutions can provide 100% mobility access to residents before the end of 2020. The city's regional mobility app is one step towards creating a more mobile region where people have the ability to get to work, school, and healthcare without roadblocks or barriers. This effort is timely as the University of Cincinnati is working with our leadership to establish a smart and connected mobility corridor that focuses on multimodal solutions stretching beyond municipal limits. But it's all for nothing without resilience. Resilience means that we are planning ahead, not always trying to react and keep up. This means we are getting ahead of cyber-physical security conversations, focusing on environment and economic planning in our decisions, and ensuring that our people are put at the forefront of all of our planning decisions. This means we can't ignore our most pressing issues, but instead, we must use technology as a tool to address them head on. Heroin and opioids, clean water and clean air, poverty and homelessness, the digital divide. Our list of problems goes on, and we know that we can do better. We have the talent to create the model for smart city and smart region success stories across the nation. And I think our initiative is off to a good start. We have over 3,000 signatures on the letter of support. We have over 600 engaged and active businesses in our community. We have 36 engaged municipalities and government agencies. We have 21 active pilot projects, 18 hosted community engagement events to date. We have 7 participating universities and research institutions. And most importantly, we have 1 aligned organization of regional stakeholders focused on building smart and connected solutions. This aligned group will continue to grow, both in numbers and in impact. And this effort will continue here today. So thank you for joining me at the Smart Regions Conference.